सुमित पीर, जिस थाली में खाना उसी में छेद करना.
Ji, let me thank you very much for having me on your show. It's great to have you back. Point number one is I have no proximity to Mr. Ansari. I don't know. I never had tea or coffee with him, so I don't know.
Is he a legend? Like Ali said, is he a legend?
He's not. So I'm coming to that. I'm talking to you from a perspective of a common Indian. जो आम नागरिक है देश का, the common Indian on the ground. Today, our heart is broken. Our myth is shattered because this is the person who has got everything in India because of his amidst of his identity, or he has been elevated to these posts because of the Republic of India. He's not a celebrity, he's not a cricketer, he's not an actor where his face sold or where his batting skills sold. It is because the Republic of India trusted on him and gave him this responsibility. So at the fag end of his life, this is what he gives back. And let me tell you, Vineet, he's a habitual offender. It is not he has said this first time, and what Muhammad Ali Shah rightly said, he was reading from a text. That means he approved that thing. It was not even an extempore thing. You cannot say it was a burst of emotion. It just happened. He was reading from a text, and you are right in saying, "Asan faramosh." जिस थाली में आप खाते हो उसी थाली में आप शेयर करते हो, and this is what you give to India after India has given to you. And if you say Muslims have been persecuted or discriminated, could you have been there? Could you have been got on in India, living in India on a channel and bash India? Because your problem is of your political lineage. You want a new kind of discourse. We need. There are two objectives. One political objective, something like UP elections, which is around the corner, and I don't know for whom he's doing the batting. Second is, there are some important aspects like Cat's Act and some other strategic things which India, US, and the world is looking to India for. Even if you look at the semiconductor business, which is a multi-billion-dollar business. So what are you trying to do? You are going to go exactly to those areas and tarnish the image black. You hate Modi, that's okay. But with your Modi hatred, you're bringing down the India down. You want to put Prime Minister Modi in a corner because he's pro-India, he's for India. Now what you do, you are hitting below the belt. And by going to such seminars, which is funded by ISI, which is funded by PFI, NewsX, and all other channels warned you, gave you all the history, geography of these channels, but you did not care. You still went to there because as a Vice President of India, you are giving them legitimacy. What right do you have to give legitimacy to a ISI-funded channel and a PFI-funded channel? The people who are involved in Tripura rights, why do you give them legitimacy? Is this what country gave you for? Is this what country expects from you after so many years? And after having all what you have got, you are bringing name and shame to the country and the whole Muslim community of this country. That is what you are. You might have individual gains or individual losses, but that doesn't matter. You have brought down the whole country. That is what the history of it is. And I'm not charitable with words because I don't know him as a person and I don't care to know him as a person.
Right.
What the common Indian on the ground is looking, Vineet, they are fuming. Heart is burning. This is not what we deserve after giving him what he has got. And remember, he's not celebrity. He doesn't have any skills. It is the Republic of India, the Mandar India, which gave him all this.
Absolutely.
और जिस थाली में खाते उसी में छेद करते, direct बोलता हूँ.
Absolutely. And Ambassador,
the problem here is very simple. I don't agree to what Major Shah is saying here. The point here is that the damage is already done. You have went to an international platform. You are the ex-Vice President of Republic of India. You are not a person like me who is nobody or Professor Nalpat. We are nobody. But you have had the second highest constitutional post, and because of that, all the legitimacy you get is because of that post. It's not because of the individual you are. Now, I will tell you what is the mindset about. When Kashmiri Pandit exodus happened, not a word from Mr. Ansari. When Kairana happened, not a word from Mr. Ansari. When Yazidis were massacred, not a word from Mr. Ansari. When the minorities in Pakistan are reduced to 2%, not a word from Mr. Ansari last 50 years. When the minorities in Afghanistan, Hindu minorities are reduced to 0.1%, not a word from Mr. Ansari. When the Sikhs in Lahore from 6 lakh are reduced to 4,000, not a word from Mr. Ansari. Now, what has changed today? Because you are using your platform, your stature which the country gave you to hit Prime Minister Modi, and that in turn you don't care. You're hitting the country, which includes the Muslim population of the country. You have put the whole patriotic Muslim population of country on a dock because of your selfish interest. Your selfish interest, your personality, your power, your aura. It's about I, me, myself, and I don't care about anything. Because if you're not a hypocrite, then you should talk about both the sides. Why you have not talked about the Pakistanis? Where have Hindus in Pakistan disappeared? There was a fiasco in Bangladesh where the temples were being targeted and Hindus were killed recently. We need 2 months pehle. Not a word on that. Not a word on Afghanistan. Not a word on Yazidis. Not a word on anybody else. But here, when everything is right, with the population from 9% at the point of time of partition is on the partition today is around 18-20%. You are seeing all the problems. And you have 2 million Muslims here. You have risen to anything which any Hindu of this country will desire in his dreams. Still, you are going and complaining about the country, and that to an international forum. The damage is done, Vineet. The damage is done.
I'm going to take quick, Sumit, I'm going to take quick concluding comments from everyone, starting with.
I have just 2 points to make. First of all, the problem is with you as an individual. That
Correct.
is Ansari. Do not get Muslims of the country or the Republic of India into it. Keep us out. And let me tell you, Ansari sahab, aap bahut padhe likhe. There are more than 200 countries in the world, and there are more than 56 Islamic countries. If you have so many problems in this country, why are you living here, sir? Take a flight, go back. बड़े संपन्न व्यक्ति है, बहुत पैसा आपके पास, and any country will welcome you. But then why is Mr. Hamid Ansari living in India with all the problems? Why are your future generations here? Why are you doing this?
Absolutely.
Sumit, do you know a standard of life?